Yeah, like my girlfriend's car has been broken down for 6 weeks. It was in my driveway for like 5 weeks. Like it fucked me over when my new roommate tried to move in and she didn't even have a parking spot, and I was getting threatened with like a $200 fine at my strata for parking in the visitor spot. And like I'd kind of had enough with like having to drive my girlfriend everywhere where when all the while she's like threatening to break up with me and shit. So I'm like, I'm not stoked. I had to literally drive her like, half an hour to work, and pick her up in the same day. And I'm like literally not getting any appreciation from her. Fucking, had she paid full price for a mechanic to fix her alternator in the first place, would have saved her a huge hassle, man. She literally face planted super hard trying to commute to work on her bike. She fucking lost out on $100 because she missed out on teaching a yoga class. Fucking another time, just yesterday, 2 days ago, she fucking um, she called the insurance company to tow her car, but another tow truck beat her to it and cost her another $120. Like I haven't been too happy the whole situation. Anyways, that's all the details. But the thing is, dude, like she works on Sundays, and like normally I'd like give her my truck if I can, so she can just get her ass home, whatever, right?
Yeah.
But the thing is, I had to go pick her up, and like I didn't want to. I was desperately hoping, that she would only ask for a ride after we had cleared Mag or whatever. Um, but like I said, our relationship has been on thin ice. I love the girl more than anything in this world, and I'm trying to do right by her. And so when she said she needed a ride, it was like at the start of Mag, and it's just like it's kind of funny timing, right? Because I had rolled a 97 on Magus Blade, and like Aerodyne had rolled 100, and yeah, sure, I got a little fired up about that, but it's not like I cared that much. I'm obviously 120 million% down to finish the raid. I would never just fucking leave because I'd never want a piece of gear. And like I thought people would get that. Like, I'm super invested in like playing. I mean, honestly, a little too invested if you ask me, because my girlfriend absolutely cannot stand me playing the game. So if I tell her, yo, hold on, let me finish this raid boss before I come and pick you up, man, like I'm fucking doomed. And obviously I'm like, I sometimes I like to get a little fired up because you show a bit of fucking hilarious bit of emotion. It's funny, right? Like everyone's always too like flatlined and like just too streamlined of just base emotions and surface level. And like I don't know, like I thought it was funny, like motherfuckers, like holy shit, lost the roll by 3 after I rolled a 97. Like what, dude? The chances of that happening are like 1 in 100, dude. I'd literally win that roll like 99 out of 100 times. But it's all good. Like I said, I'd never ever fucking leave a raid because I didn't win a piece of gear. My goodness. But then I made it seem like it was. Like I kind of made it seem like, oh, like I'm kind of joked, like Alt F4, yada yada yada. But I was literally like, it was a play. Like it was not serious. I literally had to go pick up my girlfriend from work.
Okay.
Like I can super understand why people would think that was the case, because I did make it seem that way. Like, but I thought people would see through it and see that it was just joking. I did say in there that I did have to go pick up my girlfriend from work, and like people, like, yeah, I know I'm a key player. I'm a warlock. I know they're valued in Mag, and it's a fucking bitch to like replace me or whatever. But like even so, the raid leader did say, like, does anyone have to go? Like, we will replace you. So I didn't think I'd be get like shit on for leaving when I had to go legitimately pick up my girlfriend from work.
So I heard something happened tonight. What happened there?
Oh,
That's also
that
working
was
out.
like, that was a combo of things. Like, that was, so we're getting set up, and like the group didn't seem set up for success. It didn't seem like people were taking it seriously. We wiped twice before we even killed first boss, and like we have 5 casters in the group, and I'm like, okay, like why aren't y'all taking it seriously? Like, and then Taka even suggested, does anyone like want to get replaced? And I'm thinking, okay, like if it's not a huge deal to get replaced, there's quite a bit of benefit here if I do actually leave, because I don't people shouldn't have to roll against 4 other casters, to actually get any loot. And basically my girlfriend is pretty much like, she broke up with me last night. Super undecided though, because she's still like really in love with me. So she's basically hanging around my house all day, and she hates watching me play WoW. And I'm like, I'm on the fence, right? Because do I let her hang around and get the best parts of me while she's like comfortable in terms of like staying close to me until she finds someone else to attach herself to, or do I shoosh her away so A, she doesn't get to see me play WoW, which is good, and B, it makes her think twice about actually leaving me, because if I stand my ground and say like, look, you left me, like you can't just be hanging around here. So I'm stressed out because she's still home, she's still at my house, and I'm ready to raid. And then and on top of that, we wipe twice. And on top of that, you got to roll against like 4 other casters to get any loot. And we're wiping, and I'm like, there's almost no sense in me staying. I'm like already feeling stressed. Um, you know, I could help that. Like maybe I didn't make it clear, but it was pretty obvious I could help the team out by leaving, so that it wouldn't have to roll against so many casters. And Takas asked if anyone wanted to get replaced. There again, on both occasions, there was the offer to be getting replaced without stress. Like I said, it wasn't set up for success tonight, and I didn't think people were taking it seriously. And I was like, well, you know what? I'll opt out. Like, this is clearly the best route to go. And then Taka he's like, yeah, like we were already like thinking about kicking you, and I'm like, okay, that's pretty savage. Like you're thinking about kicking me for that, and like, yeah, obviously it's a bit of a like, I'd even, if I didn't understand my sarcasm during that mag night, I would even obviously question my attitude towards things. But that 100% was the case. I would literally never ever leave a raid if the only thing was I didn't get a piece of loot that I wanted. Like never. I would always finish if I had time. So, like I said, I can see people's standpoint, but on both occasions I was openly offered to get replaced, and obviously the one time, the pressing matter of going to pick up my girlfriend, is very understandable, and the second time, yeah, dude, I'm sat there at home stressed, trying to like raid and relax and like, get my focus on. And like, not only do we wipe twice, we're a huge group of casters and people aren't seeming to take it seriously. And I figured I'd opt out. Like, sorry if there was like, you know what I mean? Like one stressful, backhanded comment in there somewhere. Like, didn't think that would like, make or break people's attitude towards me and shit.
Mm-hmm. Well, truthfully, it sounds like you got a lot on your plate. And honestly, if it was me, I would sit back for a little bit, figure out, what you need to do with your relationships first, and then, then come back to enjoyment. I'm not gonna, go against Yabetcha or Talka. They lead their rates, and whatever they say, I will agree with for now. If you ever, you know, decide, that you figured out your situation and, you're not as stressed anymore while raiding, because obviously this has been a good while, 6 weeks at least of stress. Maybe that'll help out. I mean, we've had a couple raiders.
What do you mean?
Just had
What do
to
you mean
leave.
6 weeks of stress?
Oh wow, so you said 6 weeks her car's been broken down, so that means 6 weeks
but
of you back and forth with the car.
It's pretty much sorted out now. She's the new place that she's moving into. Her new roommate has lent her second vehicle, so
Oh,
she's
wow.
no
I think
longer
he's just saying
leashed.
like it's weighed on you for 6 weeks. Just,
Yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, obviously, like, it's only affected the raid like twice the fact that my girlfriend's had anything to do with it. Now her new roommate has literally lent her a new car, or her
But you also
second
did
vehicle.
say that, you were having relationship troubles on top of it for the last
recently.
Yeah, a few weeks or last couple weeks.
And we
or-
don't want like anyone in the raid to be like having issues outside the game.
Well, it's
Like
not
this is
even that.
everyone's
It's. I
release.
understand
Like
people have life. You know,
yeah,
like
exactly.
life exists. But I don't want you, being stressed in a game while, trying to have fun. That's no
Oh, I'm
fun, dude. That
usually
shit
not,
sucks.
man. Like I'm usually not stressed out at all. Like I said, that literally the only time I've ever been stressed out was today. That was literally the only time. Other time was I legitimately had to go pick her up, and I would not have fucking left had I not had to go pick her up. And that was 120 million% sarcasm of like me acting more upset than I actually was that I didn't fucking win the Magus Blade or whatever. Like I don't care. It's literally just a fucking that's just a hilarious antics that you know what I mean. Like it's just funny, You roll a 97, buddy rolled 100, like oh motherfucker, you know what I mean? Have a laugh at it, kind of thing, right? And then yeah, obviously I did mislead everyone to thinking that like you know that's the reason, but I did specifically say I needed to go pick up my girlfriend. Like I'm pretty sure that that's the underlying reason. You know when you hear that, it's not like, oh, that motherfucker literally just left because he didn't win the role. It's like, no, he actually just specifically said he needs to go pick up his girlfriend from work after people had offered me to get replaced. So literally one single time of like maybe like of one backhanded comment, and obviously it served better anyways because not having 5 casters in the group is actually a healthy thing. Um, I mean, 5 casters is okay, but like everyone rolling on fucking Mindblade and like tier 4 gloves and shit, man, like it's better, it's healthier if I had left in that situation. It's like, so there was obviously some benefit for me leaving tonight, and it was one single time that I may have let stress get to me. That shouldn't just automatically outweigh all the good times that I have not been stressed out at all and have brought good taste and good attitude towards the guild.
My conversation with you started because you are a very good DPS, and I know that personally. I've seen your numbers. And so I've heard that you've quit like a couple care groups or, mags, like after girls and stuff. And that's kind of concerning because like I'm also like a decent DPS. I'm not a good one, but you pull good numbers, but we also have to help those people that, are in the group with us. So if you don't get what you want, we still have to run the stuff for
Oh,
everyone
dude,
else.
no,
So
for
that's why
sure, man.
I'm
Like I said,
concerned personally, just so you
no,
know. And
I'm
that's why I'm
totally down to
pulling for
carry
you.
people,
I
man.
like your numbers, but it it just like I've gotten multiple reports, and I'm not an officer at all. I'm just a member, so I don't mean anything to anyone.
Yeah, but
But I'm a
can you
DPS.
look at the facts here, man? I'm down to carry people. The thing is, I was not upset about losing the role on a piece of gear. I legitimately had to leave and go pick up my girlfriend from work.
Okay, I've just heard you quit a couple groups, like during weird times. So I guess that's where I'm
I've
coming
never
from.
left a car group before tonight. And the only other times I've unfortunately ever had to leave Megs was maybe to go pick up my girlfriend another time, which I very undramatically left because I had to go pick her up from work. She has a vehicle now, and she moved out from my place, and she's basically borrowing her new roommate's second vehicle. And we pretty much broke up last night, and like I said, this is my first day of ever letting stress affect the raid, but that's literally one time, one singular event of stress that I may have caused other people.
I gotcha, and I think I might have went in the wrong direction because Elmoni is definitely right. Like, this should be a stress reliever here, not like a
It is,
stress
dude.
inducer. So I kind of feel bad that if this causes you stress, but I'll quiet
No,
down.
dude, that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why I'm explaining this to you guys so thoroughly, is because I do love World of Warcraft and it does bring me stress relief. That's why I play it. But it's like one singular event of being a bit stressed out shouldn't just outweigh everything else.
Well, I mean, this was a decision not made by me. This was a decision made by your officers, which would be Tolka and Yobecha, in my opinion. Those are the people who I see as your officers. I don't judge weekend raiders.
Well, then let me talk to them. Like,
If they wanted to talk, I mean, you could message them. If they don't want to talk, I mean, that's beyond me. I can't
whatever. It's
force
all
them.
good. You know what? I think, not to be the judge of my own situation here, but I think both offenses are very, very, very understandable. And if you guys wouldn't back me up after explaining what I've explained, then it's all good. Like I said, I just wanted to
Again,
make myself.
I'm not in charge. Like I'm an officer of the guild, but when it comes to their raid groups, they choose who they want to have in there.
Well, I know, but then, I mean, not trying to be a dick, but then what's the point of me talking to you? Like, I've clearly explained how I've felt and what I've been through. And yes, it's one bad offense. I agree. One distasteful event for sure. I'm not disagreeing with you
Was
guys.
there outside of tonight? Was there any other like loot issues that you had with Talca?
No,
Or
never.
because I think there was more than one issue.
I've never had a loot issue ever.
I
I've never even had a
don't
single
think.
loot issue.
I do think there was some issues before, just from what I've heard. And I'm not an officer, by the way, so like my opinion does not matter at all. But I do think there were some issues before where you had some discrepancies on how stuff was passed out, or who got what.
Hey, I'm an officer. Hello.
Yeah, there's Yabetcha, so he's my officer.
Yeah. No, I've had zero issue with loot. I literally just I'd like to, have a hilarious, a bit of a sarcastic, emotional release when I find it hysterical that I rolled a 97 and someone rolled 100. Like, it's all good. Like I was saying to these guys, you betcha there's 120 million% chance I would not leave a raid mid raid unless I actually had to tend to some real life issues.
Yeah, but see, the problem that I have with it, like, I was kind of lenient about the first time. It's like, okay, it happens. But the fact that it happened 2 weeks in a row, and it just throw the flag to me, dude. Like, to be honest, like, we're trying to clear the fastest. We're like, everyone. Like,
Yeah.
to me, that's
Yeah,
like
but the first one's actually understandable. The fact that I had to go pick up my girl from work. The
well,
second
that's
one,
why the first one we let it slide, but the second time it happened, dude, is kind of like
no, but
you
you
just
didn't let
left
the first
20.
one slide. I feel like you're kind of hanging on to that one as being a first offense where it should
Well,
be understood.
it's a repeat offense type thing. Like,
Yeah,
if
but
the
it should
fact
be
that it happened.
understood. Like, you offered for anyone to get replaced. I didn't, like, you know what I mean? I wouldn't have left had I not
Okay,
had to go pick up.
You're talking about Talca for tonight.
first off, I've never offered anyone any like dipping out. Personally, I never do that between girls and mags because my expectations are if you're a part of the raid group that you shouldn't be locked out for either, so I shouldn't have to be trying to replace people between both
Okay,
25.
well, someone offered. But pardon me if it wasn't you.
Yeah. So before you try to put words into my mouth, that's the thing. I mean, if it was known of beforehand, because I know last weekend we knew of Hots had to work because he switched his schedule, but he actually still stayed and did 2 or 3 pulls.
Well,
with
that's
us
what I'm
beforehand.
saying, man. Like, I was desperately, desperately hoping that she wasn't going to text or call me until, like, way after, or, until we'd cleared Megs, but that wasn't the case, man. Like, she texted me. She's like, yo, I'm done work. And I'm like, fuck my life. And then I just played it up, kind of being like, kind of making it seem like I may have been choked about loot, but that was 120
Yeah,
million percent.
the tone that you threw out there, dude, that night was not jokingly, because it was just that the whole thing is just from my point of view, like not. I know you from raid nights, pretty much. That's it. I don't. Other than
No, I
that,
hear you. No, that's fair enough. Like I said,
never really talked in between raids or whatnot. Haven't really sat in Discord bullshit. Very, very rarely. I mean, here and there, sure, but for the most part, like
yeah. No, I
not
hear you.
knowing how you are or how your sense of humor or vice versa. I mean, we're all pretty much strangers. So like the tone that I got from you both this last weekend and the weekend before, kind of just like, all right, seems kind of fucking selfish from my standpoint. To be
No,
fair.
fair enough, man. You know what? I can appreciate that. Like I said, it's all good. you know, I
And
just
then,
wanted to explain myself, and I think you know you have an understandable point of view, and if that's the conclusion, at least you guys heard me out, and it's all
yeah, I
good.
mean, like, no offense or anything like that, dude. But at the same time, it's like we're collectively trying to collect 25 people tw- getting 25 people into a core group versus to like gather. I mean, we all have our lives. We all have work. We all work jobs. We all have families. We all have significant others, responsibilities outside of work or outside of playing this game. So like at the end of the day, though, too, if we're all trying to collectively clear stuff, having people dip out here and there, like just randomly, is kind of like
No, I know it's
kind of sucks,
shabby, and
dude.
you know what? I do apologize for that. You're totally right. Like I said, man, had my girlfriend had a vehicle, nothing would have been an issue. And I
Right? No,
knew
I can understand that for sure.
it sucks, man. Like I was not happy with her for fucking putting that on me, man, while threatening to leave me. And she was getting pissed off for the fact that she was relying on me so much, and like it just wasn't leaving a good taste in my mouth. And then I was far more unhappy that I had to go and pick her up than fucking losing the roll on a piece of loot.
I think just like moving forward, man, get your shit settled. You
Oh, dude, it is.
take your
It's all
Breakups
personal
good,
life.
suck,
man. She's
man.
she's
They're
gone.
tough, but
She's gone, and she's got a vehicle. It's done.
Thought
It's
you
literally done.
thought you were saying that she wasn't fully gone, like she was still coming around.
I mean, she's got a vehicle, but I might see her
is
from
she
time to
behind you
time.
right now?
Hey,
Is she looking at your screen right now? You hear
she's
me?
gone, dude. She's at her house.
I thought you said she was behind you or something.
Oh, she
That
was
could
at
have
the
been.
start of the raid, but I told her to beat it because she broke up with me last night, and I don't want her to have the best parts of me because I'm a good person, and she just has full access to me. Meanwhile, she has like a phobia of being alone, so she's got to face the music if she's going to break up with me, that she doesn't just get to spend all this chill time with me and gets the benefits of being around me and the comfortness of like being around me after she broke my heart last night. I don't think that's fair, and I got to have some self-respect as much as I love the girl. It's like, you know what I mean? I got to cut her. Like, she's not going to learn if I don't stand my own ground. So I basically, at the start of the raid, I was like, look, hun, like you said you were going to gather your stuff today and head out, and you're still here. And it was obviously hard for me to do. And she's like, you want me to leave? I'm like, well, yeah, that's kind of what we talked about. Like, I want to raid. I want to relax. I want to chill out, because she judges me for playing this game. And it is my release. It is my enjoyment. It is my stress reliever. And so I was like, it's my time to chill. Like, I look forward to raid nights like crazy. So I'm like, please, like, you know, for two reasons. I don't want you to be here. You're gonna watch me play WoW, and you're gonna hate on that even more. And then for two, I should have some self respect and not let her just hang around me all the time. So
All
I
right,
was
well,
like,
okay, I understand all that happening, right? What happened tonight with Talkers Group?
oh,
Wednesday.
dude, tonight was just so it was a combo of three things. My girlfriend was home, and
Ex-girlfriend.
I explained that situation, so you know that.
Ex-girlfriend. Is she
Ex
girlfriend?
girlfriend, yeah. So my ex was around, and that was stressing me out because I was ready to, relax. And then, second of all, we wiped twice before we even got to first boss, or
All
before we
right.
even
Well,
killed
I
first
mean, if you
boss.
wanna compare that to my raid we wiped 4, 5 times,
Okay, fair, right? And then
and it's
Taka did offer if anyone wants to get, subbed out, and then on top of that, it's like we had one tank. It didn't seem like people were taking it seriously, and like the one tank thing wasn't really working out.
I mean, I have one
And
tank, but
then
pretty
and
simple.
we also had like five casters in the group, and I was like, you know what? If I opt out now, after Taka just offered if anyone wants to opt out, then there's more chance for loot for everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, personally, if I was already in there with them pulling, regardless of if I was a caster or not, I probably wouldn't have left. just because it's the body of being there and to help out. Because I mean, coming from my standpoint, I've pretty much had, regardless of gear or whatnot, I don't think I've taken anything out of Karazhan for the last 3 weeks, 4 weeks, maybe
I haven't
more.
needed anything
Well, hey
since like
man, you
week
know
one.
what?
It's
Tonight,
it's more of the being there to help versus.
oh man, tonight,
Yeah, I said that
man,
earlier.
you guys can fully judge me on tonight and make that a fucking, a strike against me. I don't blame you at all. Fucking right. No, for sure, man. I could have dealt with that. I could have dealt with that situation a hell of a lot better. You guys want to give me a strike against me for tonight? I'm on your side. That's super understandable. I wouldn't knock you guys for, being like, yo man, you could have dealt with that a bit better tonight. I'd be like, I'd agree. I would fully agree. But at least, like I said, I was able to, explain where I'm coming from.
Yeah,
And
I feel you, man.
it's not completely just super it's not just super not understandable. Is that a right way to say it?
Maybe that's not the greatest of terms to use, but like it's just kind of just a shitty situation. But at the same
Well, it
time,
is, man, for sure. I
yeah,
definitely could have dealt with tonight better. As far as the other night goes, obviously it was shitty and it looked like it didn't make me look good, but there was, like I said, I'd never leave a raid because I didn't get a piece of loot. My goodness, I fucking love this game. I love raiding with y'all. Fucking
So with that 2 in a row, I don't know. I really think personally, like you might want to get your personal stuff in order first. Like
But see-
I understand how it interferes with stuff, but going forward, like, do you think rating would be an issue for you after everything
what?
was resolved tonight?
because from
Yeah,
the
I
sound
think
of
it's
things,
fine,
like
man.
you're
Honestly,
well, well,
if you
coming
see,
from
the
like
thing
what,
is, if you guys gave me, and I don't want to say a clean slate, but let's just say, for example, you gave me one more shot. You know what I mean? And like one more weird thing happened where it's like, hey, like, what's this guy doing? Man, fair enough. You know what I mean? Like, man, look, we've talked to you about this. Now you're not dealing with more shit properly. You're flaming out over stuff, and it doesn't sound like you're sarcastic at all. Like, buddy, we've talked about this. Like, I'm sorry, but you gotta go. Like, I'd understand, right? But it's like,
I mean, technically, if you want to be technical about shit, tonight's the fourth strike, fourth one,
how?
because
Yeah.
there was a car last week that you dipped out at the end when they were trying to kill Nightbane. Because I know that for a fact, because I came in and killed it I came in for your spot. And then there was Mag from last week, Grohl's Mag from last weekend. And then there's Mag and Grohl's from our just previous weekend. And then now tonight.
All right, fair enough. Yeah, that was literally because I had to go
So-
fucking drive my girlfriend somewhere else too. She was on Bowen Island and she asked me to bring her some mallas, which I didn't want to do. I desperately tried to get out of that, and she didn't let me get out of that one. She guilt tripped me into fucking driving her some spiritual
Alright, so
malla.
okay. Then side note. Minus all of that stuff that's happened, what to you is more important? Your girlfriend, ex-girlfriend, significant other, or WoW?
Yeah.
Because if that's the case, you need to
I would
choose
say
because
significant other
from the
personally.
sounds of
Well,
things,
yeah,
right?
but
From the sound of things, right? Like you,
it would have been my significant other before the fact we just broke up last night, and now I don't have any obligations to do any favors for her.
That's not gonna last. You guys are gonna get back together.
No,
Just
probably
from your
not,
tone of
man.
voice, I have a
She
feeling
needs
you
some
care.
time,
You're
dude.
gonna get back
obviously sounds
together.
like
Yeah,
it obviously
and that's
sounds like you care
okay.
about
That's
her.
not a bad thing.
And she's still hanging. She's still like in your life, dude. So I
Just
mean, like,
behind you like 30 minutes ago.
Yeah, but she literally told me that she can't expect any favors out of me from this
When
point
I was
forward.
20 years old, I've heard that 1,000 times.
Yeah, dude, I'm
You're-
not 20
you're-
years old. I'm 30 years old, brother.
You guys are not done, so I don't know. Just my 2 cents. I think you still like her. That's all good, and I think that's more important than you playing.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, the significant part that has changed is she cannot actually ask me for any more favors, because if she does and we're still broken up, I'm not going to subscribe to that, because if she still gets the best part of me while she's broken up with me, I'm not doing that. Like, I ain't. I've told her plain and simple. The reason why we broke up is because I play this game too much, and I told her when I almost died in the hospital of COVID after she gave me COVID. I literally came out of the hospital saying, I don't give a fuck anymore. Life is too short. I'm going to play what video games I want. This is literally why she broke up with me. Because I fucking put my foot down and I told her that I'm going to fucking play WoW when I want to. That's legitimately why she broke up with me. After she gave me COVID and after I was in the hospital for 6 days fighting for my life. COVID literally almost killed me. My immune system flipped on me. My immune system was attacking my own organs. Not even like merely 3.5 months ago. I had to go on prednisone, the steroid drug, to save my life. And I've been fucking... I told her straight up, I'm gaming. Like, life's too short. I almost died. I want a game. This is my favorite game. I fucking played this game when I was 13 years old when it fucking first got released, or I was 13 or 14. And I had no idea what I was doing. Now I'm 29 years old, almost 30. I know what's going on here, and I want vengeance. I want to fucking clear this shit. I want to get the content on rap. I want to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, this is literally why she left me. I'm not even kidding, man.
Hey, man, well, as unfortunate as it is, though, I'm gonna stand by Taco. And I mean, I wish you the best, but I think you need to get yourself figured out with her, because obviously she's still a big part of your life.
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty toxic, honestly.
And maybe change your priorities around a little bit.
I'm not gonna tell you how to live your life, but she sounds pretty toxic. You know.
I mean, yeah, the fact that she hates
In a nice
video
way,
games.
he's right.
All right, hey, if that's the vote, it's all good. Yeah, I was glad I was able to, at least tell you guys what's been going on in my life.
Yeah,
maybe with
man. I mean, from the sounds of it, like, you've had some pretty shit things happen. I'd hate to add more to it, but like, with our what we're trying to progress into, if this ideally trying to.
Well, like I said, man, you know what? You guys got a good point. I have a good point. You know what? Going forward, what would be the worst case scenario if we went forward with this? I had one more chance with y'all to actually make it right, and to do right by you guys, and to do right by myself, because obviously I do want a game. And what you ended up having to boot me because I had to leave one more time. So be it. Boot me. It's all
That's
good.
a you betcha thing, but does she have a knife to your back right now?
No, not at all, dude. She's not here, man. I'll put on my camera, man. No one's here.
Oh, I don't. No, you're good. I'm just messing around.
No, dude. Like, I feel you guys, man. Like, you know what? You got some good points. I appreciate that. You know what? The outline of this is that you guys do take it seriously. I do appreciate that. And yeah, it's, you know what? Like I said, it is understandable either way, no matter which way this conversation goes tonight. But I mean, shit, what is really like the biggest issue if we did try one more time? Like, it
The
would be like,
biggest
all
issue
right,
if you're trying it one more time is if, like, if it's happened twice, it's one of those, like, it's hard to rewind.
To me, if Talco said something and he actually kicked somebody, which is crazy in my opinion.
well, he
'cause-
didn't kick me from the guild.
Okay, well he pretty much says, he's pretty much told me that you're gone from the guild. So in my perspective, if he has said that, for Talca to say that as a person, it takes a lot, and to me that's more than enough. I'm
Yeah.
sorry, but I do respect Talca's opinion very much, and that's where I stand.
Yeah, but
So.
I think if Taka heard what I had to say tonight, that he'd even be thinking twice. Because right now, without Taka hearing my explanation, hell, I agree with Taka. I'm with Taka on this one. Fuck that guy. Fuck that Nukis guy. 100%. I'm with Taka. Had he heard my explanation tonight, he would be even reconsidering. Without that explanation, yeah, for sure, man. Fuck that guy. 100%. I'm on board with you guys, man. That there, we need a more straightened out crowd than that, for sure. But for the fact that, like, I've literally this is after everything I've explained in very clear detail to you guys, Taka would even be like, yeah, okay, dude, you know what? It's definitely worth the investment. One more, giving this guy at least one more chance.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, too, also, like I think we're just gonna keep it how it is because, like I said, we're not trying to waste anybody's time, not trying to waste your time, not trying to waste the other 23 people that are running with us at night time. Because if we're saying we're happened because of the fact that it's happened 4 times now, roughly 3 times, 4 times, give or take. The 5th time is just like I said, it's just collectively just wasting times. And like,
Yeah, but I mean, like, let's just say, for example, it did happen a fifth time. Like,
oh, that's
that
the
is
thing. I don't
done.
want it to happen a 5th time. So the easiest way to stop it from happening is to nip it at the bud. So
Yeah.
that's my final decision.
That's
I'm
my
sorry.
officer.
I'm sorry that it's come to this, but yeah.
All right.
All right, dude. I do
mean,
wish you well. Honestly, I hope that like honestly, you don't have any more toxic, shit in your life. Um, but good luck, man.
Hey, man, it's all good, man. Nothing really gets me down that much. You know what, dude? Fucking almost died from COVID. Girlfriend leaving me. It's all good. I still got a smile on my face.
That's good, dude. Good outlook, dude. I feel that, dude. I mean, I've been with my fair share of toxic people. I struggled with
fair
COVID
share,
twice.
fair share of rough life too.
I
Situations
also
going on.
not trying to one up you or anything. I lost family members recently. I had to step away from the raids. I felt it. I was stressed. I told them I need to step away for a couple weeks because I need to figure out my life. You know, Came
At the end
back.
of the day, real life stuff versus WoW. It's a
Yeah, dude.
fucking game.
And stepping away, from future reference, if you ever, have this kind of problem, it's better to tell people ahead of time that, yo, I need to step away. I need to figure out
Yeah.
shit. And
You
I'll be
gotta figure
back,
out.
Yeah, I guess I was just trying to balance too much shit. You know what? Awesome raiding with you guys. Thanks a ton. You know what? If my name ever does come up anymore, like I said, man, it's for the most part,
I mean, no
I
bad
think my
blood, dude. Like
situation
I
has
said,
been.
when I was talking with you during car when I was in Carrot, and no bad blood, dude. Like I said, just it's just how it's gotta be tonight for just moving forward with the raid
Yep.
for our collective group and whatnot. I mean, like it's just from the sound of it, dude. You got some stuff going on in life. We all got stuff going on in life. It's better off if to take the break or step back and deal with what you have to deal with, even though you say you don't have to deal with anymore, from what I've gathered. But same time, it's a game, dude. It's gonna be there regardless. But
Yeah, yeah, it's all good, boys. You guys have a good night, eh?
All right. Good luck, man.
later on, you.